Just another casual day where I leave things till the last minute. Hello everyone, my name is Lisa and I'm the Viet Vegan because I'm Viet and I'm vegan, and it's the end of the year, which means New Year's Eve parties are gonna happen. And you know what that means? You're gonna want some appetizers. I don't know why I said that and stomped so aggressively, but I'm very passionate about appetizers. Appetizers are so fun. It's like little bites of food that are like tasty and like scrumptious, good with booze. Today I'm giving you 3 last minute New Year's Eve appetizers because today's New Year's Eve. And if you're watching this in the morning, these are appetizers that you can just like run to the store, grab some stuff, and get making some appetizers. Sometimes you get invited to like a party last minute and you're like, I can't show up empty-handed. I gotta show up with something vegan, something delicious. It's not fun to show up at a New Year's Eve party when you have nothing to eat. Because if you're drinking, then you just get smashed. And like that could be fun, but you know, it's better to pace yourself a little bit. So the first appetizer we're making today is some spinach dip. Now this is a spinach dip that I developed before I was vegan. It was like a 4-cheese spinach dip based off the one that they served at Montana's because I used to eat that all the time. That spinach dip was unreal. Anyway, fast forward 5 years, I've been vegan now and I veganized that recipe. So here is that recipe. I'm gonna show it to you. It's a good time. Let's get cooking. It's very easy. You just mix a bunch of stuff together. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna soften up some cream cheese. This is about 1 cup of cream cheese. It's vegan, it's the tofu-y kind, 227 grams, which is about 1 cup. We're gonna put this right in here and we're gonna soften it up, you know, loosen her up to accept the deliciousness that is coming from all these flavor combos. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna smush her in. Just smush her. You know what's gonna help break that up a little bit? Spices. I'm gonna scrape some powder out of there. About a teaspoon of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder. And because I like a little kick to cut through all the creamy cheesiness, a little cayenne powder, you know, maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon. Not a lot, just a little to be like, ooh, that one's got a little kick. So then you take your spatula and just smush all these spices in. So you just wanna like loosen up this cream cheese so the spices are like incorporated pretty evenly. And then we add diced onion. This is 1 small white onion. You don't have to add onion if you don't want to, but I think it improves the texture and the flavor just a little bit. And then we're gonna add some frozen spinach. Now this is a spinach that you buy in those like weird cardboard boxes, and they're like totally frozen, they're cooked, they're like chopped spinach. So what you do is you defrost those and then you squeeze out the water from that. This yields the most similar like spinach dip to what I had at Montana's. I tried using fresh spinach before, but it's turned the whole thing like a green color. If you don't care about the color, you don't have to squeeze it totally dry and you can omit the soy milk that I'm gonna add, but I like it. And then we're gonna add a little bit of cheese. Yeah, I'm gonna add this jalapeno jack cheese because I think that a little spice is gonna add a little deliciousness. So we add about a 1/4 cup of Daiya cheese. I have 3 kinds of Daiya cheese over here and I couldn't decide which one I wanted to put. I bought pepper jack, but I usually use mozzarella cheese. I think I want a little spice in this one. You know, gotta warm ourselves up. It's cold, it's chilly outside, you know? Spice things up from the inside out. Things are coming together, and then we're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of soy milk. That'll just keep things nice and juicy, you know? Just mix it in. That's some creamy stuff. Normally I only use about 1/2 block of like chopped spinach. I used to buy this one from No Frills that had like 2 blocks of spinach in it and I would use 1/2 of it, but I used a full thing of spinach this time. It's about, I think, 300 grams of spinach. If you have less, you can use a little bit less, but I think more spinach, more better, you know? The greens are just always a good thing. So you're gonna transfer this over to an oven-safe ramekin container. I don't know. This one's actually a little full. So we're gonna do this. Gonna smooth that out a little bit. And then we're gonna put a little extra cheese on top. I'm actually gonna bake this in a separate thing so that I can taste it and I can keep this one for tomorrow. So we're just gonna sprinkle her with cheese. A little cheesy. Ba-boom. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in another little ramekin that I can eat out of. Boom. Oh yeah, that's perfect. This used to be like my famous spinach dip that I would bring to like all the potlucks. People would go nuts for this stuff. Back when I ate cheese. But now I don't do that no more because I know too much about the dairy industry. And then we bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm probably gonna bake this one for half an hour and this one for 20 minutes. And then I'll show you what it looks like. So while this bakes, I will show you how to make the rest of my quick, easy appetizers. All right, are you guys ready for Appetizer number 2. Side note, do you guys like my new little plant corner? I may have gone to the plant store today. My jade that was here, I repotted and put it in another room and took the place of the monstera. She's a little too powerful, you know? She needs more space, so I need to get a plant stand or something to like put her in the window here so she can like, you know, get some. But I have a little fairy one here, Apelia, and a succulent, and then this one is called witch's hair or something. It's another type of Apelia. I'm just very excited about my plants. The next appetizer that we're gonna do today is going to be a cheese ball. Now this uses a lot of like, again, dairy substitutes and stuff like that. I'm sure you can make ones with walnuts or almonds or cashews, but I'm allergic to tree nuts, so I can't eat those. I know you can make one probably with like hemp or pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds, but y'all, that stuff is expensive. We're gonna make it with some pretty easily obtained products. If you have your favorite cheese block brand from wherever, use that instead. Same with your favorite vegan cream cheese. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna break up this cheese block. I'm actually gonna cut that into 4, but this is the Jalapeno Jack, Jalapeno Havarti style Dea farmhouse block. I like it a lot. I think it has good texture. It has that sort of like chalky, cheesy taste to it, which I think is perfect for cheese balls. So I'm just gonna cut this into 4 and then I will process this in the BRB. You could probably cut this up a little bit more if you wanted to, but yo girl's lazy. So we're gonna use a food processor. So you're gonna break this up first. I would do it in this order, otherwise you're gonna have random chunks of cheese because you didn't do it correctly. Honestly, if you grated this, you could do this all by hand if you don't have a food processor, but food processors just make everything easier, so I'm gonna do food processor. Okay, let's go. So basically you wanna blend this or like process this until they're all kind of like fine little bits. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some cilantro. We're just gonna pop this in here. I'm gonna use about ½ a cup. So we're gonna blitz those. I like to use the stems as well, and if you blitz them finely enough, no one's gonna notice. Stem tastes good too. If you don't have cilantro, you don't have to use cilantro. You can use another herb if you want, or you can leave it out completely. I just find the green adds a little bit more flavor, it adds a little freshness, and it's, you know, prettier to look at, to be perfectly frank. You also wanna add a little bit of flavor. So I'm gonna use about ¼ teaspoon garlic powder. Actually no, ½ teaspoon garlic powder. Mo flavor, mo better. So we're gonna use a ½ teaspoon of onion powder too. If you want, you can add some more cayenne pepper, and I also have experimented using fresh jalapeno as well, but it's a little spicy. So don't do that if you have people who can't really handle spice. I'm also going to add a tiny bit of salt, like a ¼ teaspoon of salt. So we're gonna blitz this one more time, just really quickly. We're gonna use another package of vegan cream cheese. This is the Tofutti brand cream cheese. Again, you can use other like nut-based cream cheeses if you want to. You can do whatever your favorite vegan cream cheese is. But if it doesn't totally work out, you deviate it from the recipe, you know? Don't get mad at me. We blend again. It's like clumping up in the middle and just kind of like rolling around. So I'm just gonna open it up, smush her down. Come on now. Now you have a nice creamy texture. It's really thick, really luscious looking, very slightly green. Smells good. You can give it a little taste. Oh, that's really good. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, you're gonna coat it in something before you put it in the fridge. So you can either coat it in something like crunchy, you can use nuts, pumpkin seeds, more cilantro if you want to, just something that you can like kind of hold it together and then keep the moisture in so it doesn't totally dry out. I'm gonna use some fried onions. You can use pretty much anything you want, honestly. I've had these like fried jalapeno things from Costco before. I used those to coat once. That was super, super good. I've crushed up Ritz crackers to coat a cheese ball before. Again, super good. I got this from the Indian section at my grocery store. So we're gonna pour these into a bowl. I'm gonna make a little well, and then we're gonna take this and we're gonna scoop it all out. You're gonna form it into a ball in your hands. It might be a little easier if you refrigerate it first, but I don't got time for that today. Who invented cheese balls anyway? I feel like one of those like gelato artists that just keeps adding like more petals to their gelato rose. All right. You kind of shape her up into a ball-like shape. If she seems kind of like melty, don't worry. We're gonna put her in the fridge and she's gonna firm up real nice. Boom, cheese ball. And then, of course, it stops recording just as I have all over my hands. All right, so here you have it, your cheese ball. You're gonna put it in whatever like serving bowl or container you're gonna bring. So here you go. I actually recommend coating the thing in onion before, like right before you go to a party. Otherwise it might like absorb and get kind of like soggy, but you know what, it's still gonna taste good. Now you let this set in the fridge. I'd actually recommend putting it in an airtight container and not just like on a platter like this. I kind of put this inside a container and then I close the container to refrigerate it, but that's it. Okay, in the fridge it goes. All right guys, we're in the home stretch now. Our third and final appetizer is actually the most disgusting, but also the most delicious. It's like an onion dip, the one that you used to get in the jars at the grocery store that's like beside the chips. And it's like in a glass jar and it should be refrigerated. Like you'd think it would be refrigerated, but it's not. But it's still so delicious despite you thinking like, this should probably be refrigerated. You don't think about that, you just keep eating. This is a veganized version of that dip and it's made with 3 ingredients. Well, actually it's made with a bunch more, but 3 ingredients that you buy at the store. We're gonna use some Hellmann's mayo. You can use any vegan mayo that you like. I actually have a recipe for aquafaba mayo, but I tend to always have this on hand because when I'm in a rush and I need a dip for a party, this is one I grab. We're gonna add about 3/4 cups of mayo. It sounds disgusting, but just have a little faith, you know? 3/4 cups of mayo. I'm eyeballing it because it's not like an exact science. You can either use like equal parts mayo and sour cream. You can use mostly sour cream and only half a cup of mayo. Honestly, you do whatever you want. So this is the tofutti sour cream, the tofu based one. Again, you can use a nut based one if you want to. So we're gonna use this entire tub. This is 340 grams. You guys have probably seen me use this dip a couple of times for parties. So I like to stir this up first, especially breaking up the sour cream because it tends to be kind of like harder. Step 2 is you add 1 packet of Knorr's onion soup mix. This one's vegan. Not all of them are vegan, so double check. The one in this box specifically is vegan. Open this bad boy up. I've also used the Epicure. There's like an Epicure mix. Actually, I have one. So I've also used the Epicure 3 onion mix before. This one's really good. It just happens to be kind of expensive. Like this, one of these is like $15 or $16. I got it from a friend because I wanted to support her because she's doing Epicure, but it is really good. And it's like slightly more healthy. It's only like 4 ingredients: onions, scallion, herbs, and chives. Really no salt. I feel like that's false. Whereas this one has like a lot of sulfites, preservatives, and stuff in it. So use whatever you want, but this is a lot more accessible. The Knorr soup mix. This makes a lot, by the way. And then you just mix it in. That's it. That's all this is for the dip. Oh, that's a good time. So I like to eat this like straight up right away because the onions are still kind of crispy in it because they're not like fully rehydrated yet. Generally, you're supposed to let it sit for about 2 hours in the fridge as it rehydrates, or, you know, in your car with an ice pack or whatever while you're driving to your New Year's Eve party. Anyway, I'm gonna clean this all off. I'm gonna show you the 3 appetizers in all their glory with their chips, their dips, their crackers, and their veggies. I'm gonna show you the spread, okay? So I'll be back in a moment. All right, so here are all the appetizers. We have our spinach dip here baked. I have my mini version that I'm gonna eat, and then a cheese ball. I also have some of the cheese ball that was left in the food processor that I'm gonna eat so I don't ruin the cheese ball because I'm gonna bring this to a party tomorrow. I have my little section of dip, and then I have lots of dippy type foods. You can also use cucumbers and cherry tomatoes. I just didn't have those today. I have some cut up carrots, some baguette crisps. These are the roasted garlic ones. These ones are vegan. You can also make these like on your own, but they're really good. We have some Ritz crackers, some water crackers. Ritz crackers in Canada are vegan. I don't know about the States, but the original version is vegan. Very delicious, perfect for cheese balls. I have some Triscuits as well, and an assortment of veggies because veggies are very understated for parties, but you can never go wrong with some fresh veggies. Celery is also a really good dipper vessel for these dips. Let's, you know, dig in, you know, I'm gonna eat some. I kind of want to go with the Ritz cracker into the cheese ball. Very creamy, very delicious looking. I'm very excited to eat you. I'm gonna go with some veggie. It's kind of salty with both the cracker and the cheese dip. Oh my God, this is so dangerously good. All right, let's go for the spinach dip. My favorite vessel for spinach dip is these baguette crisps. So we'll just dunk them in there. Ooh, still steaming hot. Very tasty looking. Oh, so spinachy smelling. You can also add some artichoke in this as well. You might need to add a little bit more cream cheese to like balance the volume of everything going in, but artichoke would be really good in this too. There's actually a lot of spinach in this. I would actually add a little bit more cream cheese, or maybe don't add all the spinach, but most spinach po better, you know what I'm saying? Time for the onion dip. That's actually too much. I eat this a little bit too much. So good. So yeah, here you go. 3 perfect last minute appetizers. I whipped all these up in 1 hour. But yeah, these are all really easy, simple recipes. I'll leave the links down below for the recipe. I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Don't drink and drive. Be safe. You know, have fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a delicious day. Bye. I'm in such a weird mood. This was running out of battery.